is Robert Allen Mansfield. He's an Army Sergeant and Iraqi War veteran. He's a congressional candidate for Pennsylvania's 2nd District. Let's give him a big hand, both for being in here today and for his service in Iraq.
Thank you, Ms. Terry. Thank you, Don. Thank you, the next Congressman, John Featherman, Senator Wade, Congressman Mike Fitzpatrick for his leadership on this health care bill. I'm going to be really brief. My concern about this health care law is the unelected people on this board called IPAB. They're unelected, they're unaccountable, they're allowed to receive gifts, and any ruling that they make cannot be challenged in court. This board is specifically set up to ration health care. Now remember in 2009, I think it was, we talked about how this wasn't going to lead to a rationing of health care. Well, this is what IBAB is about. We need to continue to fight to not just in the courts, but in the halls of Washington and in Pennsylvania now, because Governor Corbett is moving to implement the exchanges mandated by law. So we need to send a clear message to Governor Corbett not to implement this law. And we need to send a clear message to the Senate, because they're the ones that voted down the repeal of the health care law, that they need to rethink their votes and rethink their positions. Under the VA system of care, our care is rationed. I'm going to say it again. Under the VA system of care for veterans, our health care is rationed. It takes me 6 months to get an appointment with a primary care doctor at the VA. If you like our system of health care, then continue to support this health care law. The time has come for the President of the United States, for the Democrats, and any Republican that supports this law to repeal this law and come up with a free market solution to cover those who do not have access to the healthcare system. What we have right now is not healthcare reform, but healthcare deform. Finally, when it's all said and done, there's going to be thousands of young men and women coming back to America from Afghanistan wounded. If they can ration the health care of seniors, they'll damn sure ration further our health care. And we serve. Senator Wade, I challenge you, that when you get to Washington, and John, when you get to Washington, and when we get to Washington, to take care of these veterans who put it on the line for all of us, and make sure that we have a healthcare system that includes everyone, but doesn't bankrupt this country. May God bless all of you. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Robert, for being with us today. Also, we want to acknowledge and thank Josh Laird, who's a representative from Congressman Pat Meehan's office. So thank you, Josh. Thanks for being here with us. Thanks for the support. Our next speaker is James Fitzpatrick. He's representing Senator Pat Toomey.
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Can everybody hear me? First, I want to thank the Independence Hall Tea Party Association, their leadership on this issue, especially Don and Terry Adams and their whole leadership board. for putting this great event together. The leadership on the whole Obamacare issue has been fantastic. And then all the other speakers, to you guys as well, your leadership on this couldn't be any better. I really appreciate that, as does the Senator. I just wanted to share a brief statement from Senator Toomey with you guys. Unfortunately, he's traveling throughout central PA and western PA today, so he wasn't able to join us. But here's the statement that he wanted me to share with you guys. 2 years ago, President Obama pushed his government-run healthcare program through Congress. And today, we know for certain, Obamacare has been an unmitigated disaster. Obamacare has raised $550 billion in new taxes and penalties, which will be passed on directly to consumers. Studies have shown that many employers will stop offering insurance after 2014. And instead of slowing the growth of healthcare costs, the President's own administration admits that healthcare costs will increase. Finally, the great danger of Obamacare is not just about healthcare, but the danger of an overreaching government. Obamacare has created a maze of regulatory agencies with unprecedented power, and the very nature of government mandates is to reduce personal freedom. For example, Obamacare's mandates force workers to sacrifice wages in return for mandates they many not value as much as the wages. The question we need to ask is, why does the government force that requirement on people instead of leaving it up to employers and their employees to work it out? Thomas Jefferson wisely predicted, the natural progress of things is for liberty to yield and for government to gain ground. That is what is happening in Washington today, and that is why it's so important to keep on fighting, and that is why I appreciate you coming here today and standing up on behalf of freedom. So that's all he wanted to say today, and thanks again for everyone for having me here and for your steadfast support in the repeal of this bill.
Last but not least, our final speaker, Michael Johns. He was a former White House speechwriter and Heritage Foundation policy analyst. He's a healthcare executive, Tea Party leader.